Saludos amigos de Sensacional, espero que se encuentren bien. Hoy estoy súper emocionado porque tengo una entrevista que tuve, ¿verdad? Joseando hace unas semanitas, por fin se me dio. Y antes de comenzar esta entrevista, tengo que recordarles darle like, comentar, compartir todas las entrevistas. Estamos subiendo mucho, pero mucho contenido en Sensational Sport. Ahora mismo estoy en una entrevista desde Australia con el campeón sin corona, Liam Wilson. I'm talking with the uncrowned champ, Liam Wilson. Liam, thank you for accepting this interview. How do you feel today?
Good man, thank you for having me. I feel good. It's been a few weeks now since the fight, and I'm just relaxing, enjoying some time off with my family, and I'm excited to get back into it, get back to training, and get a fight happening.
How do you feel? How was your experience on this vacation after this great fight against Emmanuel Navarrete?
It's good, it's good to enjoy some time off. See my kids, enjoy some time to myself, and I spent a lot of time away training for the fight, preparing for Emmanuel Navarrete, and look, I'm kind of, I've enjoyed too much time off now, and I'm ready to get back into boxing.
Do you feel right now you're the uncrowned champ because everyone see you a great performance in that fight?
Look, it was a good fight. I feel like I should have won, but it's unfortunate the outcome. At the end of the day, he won by TKO in the ninth round,
Yeah,
and it is what it is. It is what it is. I was so close, and that eats at me.
exactly. But everyone in Puerto Rico, around the world, they are very happy with your actuation in that fight. You do a great job with Emmanuel Navarrete.
Thank you, man. He's a tough customer. He's a tough opponent, and I was always ready for it. I expected a tough fight. I want to be in those tough fights. I wanted to face a Mexican warrior like I did, and it was a good fight, but it was just the way that it happened is very unfortunate. Like the count did go for very long. But it is what it is. Like I was so close. A rematch would be good, but I don't think that's happening.
I wanted to tell you something because before this fight, I really didn't know about you. But after seeing your great fight, I wanted to see more action of you in the boxing ring.
Thank you, man. It's good to hear that, and I think there's a lot of people around the world that want to see me fight now, and that's probably the good thing that's come off of that's the good thing that's come off of this fight. People want to see me fight more, and I can't wait to I've had time off, but I can't wait to get back in the ring, get a fight locked in, and hopefully fight again on a big platform and show the world who Liam Wilson is.
You think after this fight, you earned a lot of fans about this fight? You think?
Yeah, I think so. I think even though I did lose, I think the plus side of it is I gained a lot of fans, Mexicans, Puerto Ricans, all around the world. I think it's a good thing for my career. I'm still young. I'm 26, and that was my 13th fight, so I've got a long way to go. I'm excited to get back to it and show everyone what I'm capable of.
That was your first time fighting on United States?
Yeah, that was my first time, man.
You really enjoy it?
Yeah, I loved it. Like, I don't really care where I fight. Like, a fight's a fight. I mean, there's a few things against me. Like, I think going to the United States, and it's not Navarrete's fault. So no discredit to him. It wasn't his fault, but there was a long count after I knocked him down. there was, on the scales the day before, somehow I weighed 4 pounds less on the official weigh-in. That was very weird.
Yes.
Um, you know, there was, I don't know what happened there. I mean, I weighed in at featherweight basically,
I ha-
and it was
I have some question after and before that fight because I wanted Oscar Valdez was the original rival. He gets injured and you enter at that fight. Uh, this fight take you by surprise?
um. Did this fight take me by surprise?
Yes,
Or
because
oh yeah,
Oscar Valdez was the original opponent of Emmanuel Navarrete.
yeah, kind of like because I didn't necessarily deserve the shot. I was number three in the world, and I was number three in the WBO, and I was working towards a world title shot, and I got offered the fight. So, as a true champion, I have to take the offer that's at my hand, and I got offered the world title. So I wasn't going to deny that. I said yes to the fight. It wasn't my fault that Valdez pulled out. Just things happen in the sport. He
Exactly.
pulled out. I stepped in. So it is what it is.
Yes, you take your opportunity and you look very good, very well in that fight. How was your reaction when they told to you that you were going to United States to fight for the world champion? How was your reaction?
I didn't believe it at first because I knew I was number three in the world. I haven't had my shot yet. When I got the phone call, I was like, "What? Really?" I couldn't believe it. You know, I made a promise to my dad when I was a young kid that I want to be world champion, and I win the world title for him. And as soon as I got told the news, I thought, how could I tell my dad? And I was pretty just blown away by the news. And as soon as I got told it, I was getting ready to work. I was getting ready for it.
And you will be world champion soon because you have a heart, a lion heart, a heart of champion, and I know you will be world champion very soon. I think so.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, man. I'm gonna be working towards the next big fight, and I believe I will be world champion. I always have believed that. I believe I was supposed to be world champion that night as well, but just things, yeah, it didn't work out for me.
How was your preparation in that fight against Navarrete?
It was good. It was really good. I started preparing a long time before I got the phone call. I was training for about 6 or 7 weeks before that, and then I had 8 weeks before when I got the call for it. I had 8 weeks to get ready for it, and then I went to United States to Washington D.C. I went to Headbangers Boxing Club, and yeah, I based myself in America for 8 weeks. Had good sparring, good training. In Australia, we're kind of limited with our sparring partners. We're kind of limited to, the work that we can get in. So as a team and a team decision, we went to America, and we stayed there until the fight.
I wanted to know who was your biggest sacrifice you made for this fight.
The biggest sacrifice would have been just being simply away from my family, away from my kids. That was pretty hard at times, but I always knew the reason why I'm doing boxing is for my kids, for my family, for my future, and that one day they will understand that. And I'm sure they do now, but it's just I didn't win, but a lot of good has come off the fight. I got a lot of fans. Like I said before, I'm still young. I'm 26. I'm 13 fights into my career, and I have plenty of time to bounce back, and I'll be bouncing back very soon.
The family stay in your good things and your bad things. How does it mean your family for you, Liam?
Family for me is like a security sort of thing. I love waking up, seeing my little kids. Makes me happy, and a happy fighter is a dangerous fighter. It's just good. It's probably the routine that I was used to, but like it's just it's a move I had to make to prepare for the best fight of my life, and I nearly won the fight, and unfortunately, I didn't.
In the fight, you knocked down Navarrete in the round number 4. When he threw his mouthpiece, you think he did it on purpose to gain more time?
Yeah, it's very clear that he did that. I think the whole world's seen that, and the referee came into the locker rooms before the fight, and he said to me, he said, "Look, Liam, I went to Navarrete's room. I've said to you both, if you aren't ready by the count of 8, I'm gonna call it off." And I said, "Okay." And when I seen him in the corner, I think it was that, man, it must have been like 10 or 12 seconds by then. And then he spat it out. And then he put the mouth guard in upside down and then still stuffing around. And then, obviously he was trying to get more time. But, in my head, I had what the referee told me before the fight. He said, if you're not ready by the count of 8, it's over.
A little more time, do you think you could finish the fight by KO?
All I need to do is land one more punch. One more punch and it would have been over, I believe.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's unfortunately I didn't, and that's what annoys me the most.
What you learn about this fight? You learn something?
Yeah, definitely. I think I think just the he's been again. This is that was my 13th fight. That was his 37th or 38th. I could definitely feel his professionalism in there. Even down to whether spitting the mouth guard out was a right thing or wrong thing is what a professional does. You're trying to buy more time to win the fight. And look, I just got to take my time more. Take my time. That's one thing I did say. One thing I will say is I have to take my time. Take my time with my punches. I got a bit too excited at times when I knocked him down or when I hurt him. I started swinging a bit wildly, and I think coming back from this, I need to take my time more and just place my punches with more better precision.
I wanted to ask this question with a lot of respect. 9th round, Navarrete wins by TKO, but do you think you lost the opportunity to finish of the fight when in the 5th round is almost over?
Um,
You think?
I kind of think that, but I do kind of think that, like, because I knocked him down the 4th round, and then I hurt him again in the 6th.
Yo,
I hurt him quite bad actually, and then he fell over on the ground. It's just another thing again. He laid on the ground, and like I know it's a tactic to buy more time, and it's credit to him. It's all credit to Navarrete, but yeah, I think me coming to America, if I was to do that, the fight would be over. They wouldn't give me any leeway.
I wanted to tell you because in the social media, your story, your father's history, the all sacrifice you made in this fight, your story was emotional to everybody in your
Yeah,
social media.
yeah, beautiful. Well, not beautiful, but I'm glad the world sees it as that as well. It is emotional for me, but this is what I'm fighting, and this is what I fight with a lot of heart, and I can't wait to come back. And I hope someday I have another big tough fight like this, and people remember who I am before I hop in the ring, and they remember who Liam Wilson is before I fight, and we'll get to war again.
You want the rematch with Navarrete?
Well, I would like the rematch. Like, I would like that, yes. I'd like that, after all the experiences I had, I'd like to rematch in Australia because it'd be hard. Just a few little things like, but saying that though, if they gave me a rematch, I'd say yes. If it was in America, I posted to say yes. Yeah,
I think that's the same like you because the fight was on Arizona. I think the rematch have to make it in your country on Australia in a big stage, like the biggest stage the boxing main events in your country. I think so.
Yeah, look, it'd be I'd be very honored to fight in Australia, fight the rematch in Australia, but we'll just have to see what happens there. The poor side is that Navarrete was booked in to fight Valdez already in May or whatever the date was. So they were looking past me already. They're looking past me already, and so it was hard for me to get the win. Like, unless I knocked him out with one punch, I probably wasn't going to win.
When you see guys like Andrew Maloney, Jeff Horn, George Cambosos, that motivates you that this guy becomes world champion. I can make it.
Yeah, definitely. I know all those guys very well in Australia, and even when they won their fights, it motivated not only just me but every other Australian in the country that we can we can be world champion. And I was always motivated. I always thought I could be world champion, and I still do. I was supposed to be world champion that night, I believe, and it's just a shame that I didn't win.
Have you been able to see your fight?
I have actually. I I've only watched it up until round 6, and then I haven't watched round 7, 8, and 9 because obviously that's when I went on a bit of decline. So just not yet. I haven't watched it fully, but I will.
When you came back to your country, Australia, your guys, your family, your friends, how they receive you?
But honestly, they think that they do believe I should be the world champion. They think I should be the world champion, and I think people just feel there's a lot of people in the country that feel sorry for me, and I don't. Yeah, I don't like that feeling. I think because the one side of me thinks I should be the world champion, So for all these people I know that feel the exact same as me, it's pretty sad, but oh well, I guess
So
what it is.
don't worry, Shem, because you are younger. You have a lot of gain to in this boxing career, and you will make it. Don't worry about that moment.
No, thanks, man. I'm definitely gonna get back to work. Um, it's a Sunday over here, so Monday tomorrow, I'm gonna start training, get fit again, and get ready for the next fight. I've in my 13 fights, I've taken some very hard fights, and I'm ready for whatever.
What is the next step for you in boxing?
Look, for me, I think I really want to have the All Australian showdown and go up to lightweight and fight George Kambosos.
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
a good fight.
yeah, good fight, a big fight in Australia. Probably one of the biggest fights to make in Australia at the moment. So I'm not too sure what's happening like behind the scenes, but we're definitely reaching out for it. I'd like to make that happen, and I'm willing to step up to lightweight to make it happen.
You have a Puerto Rican boxing favorite boxer?
Puerto Rican, I do like Miguel Cotto. I do like him
Yeah.
because just the way he looks very calm. Even his face is very calm when he's fighting. He picks his shots very well. Good body shots, good hooks. Miguel Cotto is one of my favorites for sure.
You know something in Spanish?
No, I don't. I don't. No.
Hola.
Oh,
That is hello.
oh really?
Yeah.
Beautiful. All right.
Hola.
Hola. Okay. I'll remember that for next time.
All right. Champ, for me it was a pleasure to be here in this great interview. Can you say a final message to all the fans in Puerto Rico around the world that are watching you right now?
Guys, look, it's very unfortunate I didn't win my fight against Navarrete. I believe I have a lot of fans now, but from the fight, from Puerto Rico, Mexico, all around the world, for my performance. And this is still very early days for me. I'm 26 years old. and I believe I have the heart of a lion as well. I love the tough fights, and I'll definitely be back. And I do boxing for myself, but I do it for you guys as well. I want to entertain you guys.
Exactly. Thank you very much, and hopefully I see you in our next interview on coming about your next fight. And always thank you for this interview.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I appreciate it.